Cool. And Twitter and Twitch. Alright, I think we're live. Sweet. Okay. Before anybody gets in the chat, I'm gonna quickly go over the state of things. I am about to go on vacation, so I thought I'd do a quick stream right now. Well, I'm going on vacation tomorrow for about a week. So I thought I'd do a quick stream to just kind of say what happened since the power went out halfway through my last stream. On Monday. On Monday, I was putting together all of the individual levels into kind of an overworld. Like, I'd started thinking about that and how the levels are going to stitch together. Specifically, I was thinking about the on-ramp and how I need to, how the levels... I didn't really have an on-ramp. I had some very easy levels and some hard levels, and I don't really have much in between. And I was talking about that. I still have that problem. But I decided to start with just getting the entry area going, so I can kind of give this to somebody. Excuse me, my throat's dry. Anyway, so I started getting the entry area together, and kind of stitching it together. And that's what this is here. Just trying to figure out how, when one level ends, we can get to the next level and so on. And stitching them together so that I can eventually art this all up to be one big chunk. Another thing I was doing was, if you remember, I had a kind of quick stream on Wednesday last week where I figured out how to procedurally edge detect the world and add these kind of lines to the edges of the world. And I was doing that whenever you switch between different characters, so that when you switch to a character, you kind of see an outline around their play space. What I wanted to do to take that further was I wanted to... Unreal has a new experimental thing called Blutilities, which allows you to take any blueprint you've written and put it in this this thing they call a Blutility, which you can run, and after you run it, in theory, it will it'll just execute right here in the editor. So basically, it's a way for you to write tools for the engine using Blueprint. It's Blueprint that runs in the editor while you're working, rather than Blueprint that runs, you know, like when you run the game. So I wanted to experiment with that. And I wanted specifically to use that edge detection stuff that was drawing these lines to, I wanted a way to just procedurally lay them down so I don't have to lay them down everywhere across the game when I build the world. I want to make it as easy as possible to art up the world, is basically the premise here. So I did that. Where did I put that? When you run a Blutility, it kind of looks like this. If you want to edit it, you go to here, Edit Blueprint. And you can see this is that blueprint I wrote when I was... Is this the right thing? Yeah. When I was trying to find edge detection, trying to detect where you have the edges on the X and Y part of the map, whatever. That was a stream that happened a week ago. So basically I took that stuff, I put it in here. I'm still drawing that static mesh I had from last week. I'm also spawning another static mesh that creates a skirt. And if you want to see the result, I hit this button and bam. I've drawn all of... I've basically drawn a skirt around the world, which you can see if I hide all the levels. I mean, it draws it at a specific height. That's right. So what I need to do... This is not foolproof. Right now, this just grabs the first player pawn location, and it draws everything there. So what I want to do is... Let's hide this level. This level. No, keep you. This level. This level. This level. Alright, so these are on the same Z height. So I'll run it once here. I still need to work on this because I don't want to have to do this step. Actually, wait. It's drawing them also around these. Remove these. Draw that there. I'm just moving them for now so that I can run this little script. I guess I don't need to art up this one. Hide this, hide this. Generate lines. Sweet. This is not foolproof, but this will give me a way to get started when when it's time to make the level art. I can do it more quickly if I have this stuff to work with. At least that's the theory. Also, it accidentally does something kind of cool where when I play the game, so what I'm doing is when you move from one level to the next, I unload the others, but I always wanted to have some kind of background level that was always there, and I haven't finished. Obviously it won't look like this, it'll look a little nicer than this. I haven't completely figured out what I want that background level to look like. And this kind of creates a weird ghost effect, which is not final at all, but I kind of like it. So, like, check it out. Now you can kind of like see the overworld a bit. I want it to be that whatever level you're not on is kind of darkened and desaturated so you don't confuse your play space. I need to figure out what the transitions between levels will look like. There to be. But yeah. That felt good. It kind of feels like a game now. Alright. So that's where we are. Hey, Chris, what's up, man? Hey, Middle. I am so fucking excited about Blutilities. They are so weird. This is such a weird thing that this exists, and I like it. I don't even know what to do. Like, I want to abuse this more. I can make art tools. I can make tools for the editor. I mean, there's a lot of problems with it. It's very experimental and buggy. Like, very buggy. And you can't store variables, you can't edit the base properties of a class. You basically can't do anything that you couldn't already do in game, but it's good if you have something that say you wanted to randomly generate levels just to get ideas and then delete them and fix them up, or if you anything you can imagine, if you need to batch process through a bunch of levels or do anything like that to flip some variables or whatever, you can do that now with Blutilities. I don't know. This has actually been in the engine forever. I just found out about it. Well, it's been in the engine for like a couple months. And I'm really excited about it. So yeah. I was so excited I decided to stream. I don't really know what I'm doing tonight. I just wanted to talk about that. I got a lot of things to figure out. I should open up Notepad. Start figuring shit out. I need to figure out... Alright, several things. Now I know I can regenerate these quickly. And I mean, these are not final, obviously, right? But it's so nice to have a way to just get started really quickly. What is this? What level are you? This level. Oh wait, that doesn't matter. I also made these little billboards. I'll leave that there for now. I have to tell the heavy rain story again on the podcast? Maybe. You're on the hook for being on the podcast. Yeah, man. I'm loving Blutilities. Do you use the middle? How long have you known about this? How long has everyone known about this except for me? I'm still wrapping my mind around like what I can do with them. I kind of had that in mind when I was working on this. I was like, maybe I'll try out Blutilities with this. But I didn't think it would be this... Like, there's these moments when you try something and it actually works. And that's not typical for me. That's a really sad thing to say, but it's true. So this is pretty, clutch. Alright, seriously though, I do have to figure out what I'm doing today. Otherwise I'll just start moving things. Alright, the only way I get anything done, because I already worked a full day, so I need help helping myself focus. Got it. Yeah, batch processing. I can definitely see that. I can see how that would be super useful. Totally. Alright, so what do I want to do today? Before I go on vacation, I probably shouldn't break everything. I think I want to... I have to figure out... Sorry, I should just do this here. I need to figure out how the overworld looks when you're not at it. Because, like, I don't want it to be... I don't want the whole world to... Basically, I want the background to be kind of darkened, I think. Pull up some reference. I'm leaving tomorrow. Midday. So I'm on vacation from work, technically, starting right now. So what, like... We should just paint over a screenshot. I mean, it's a little old school, but... I haven't opened Photoshop in a while. I'm going to Santa Fe. Hey May, what's up? Do I use gameplay tags? No, what is a gameplay tag? Is there a new thing that I should know about? Shit, dude, I just found out about Blutilities, if there's more exciting crap in this engine. I don't usually play the experimental stuff because I'm, I don't know, risk averse. But this is the kind of experimental stuff where it's like, I'm okay with using experimental stuff if it's for tools, because it's not like a shipping thing. Epic can't turn around and be like, we don't support this, and if they do, then you're just out of, what, tools? Who cares? So I avoid anything. It's especially because you have to like literally go into the editor and say, I want to experiment and check that box. I've always been way too nervous to check that box. So I'm like, I feel about that. Okay. What do I want this game to look like? I will Google that later, Middle. I will check it out. Maybe I just wanna... That didn't save me anything at all. Well, the real problem here is this isn't even really the shape of that building, right? Like when you actually get over there, there's a whole wall there. You need to draw the walls. And the floors. I should keep pushing on this thing. The procedural generation thing. Then I'll worry about color later. Okay. Gameplay tags is good once you figure out how to use it. You can have a container filled with tags that are global in project and can query. And use like enums too with switches and batch query. Can't live without it now. Alright. I will Google this. I'll do some research. That does sound cool. I'm into it. into it. Let's, oh man. Now I just realized I have to do actual work, and I'm like, two things I need to do. I want to draw the walls you hit against. Draw the vertical lines. Because that's like fine, but this is a much better effect. The one that was done by hand, the kind of more randomized feeling one. Also, the vertical lines are clutch. If I can just get a tool that gets me like 90% of the way there, it'll make arting up this world so much easier when it finally comes time to do that. Everybody has ideas for the thing you ride when you go up or down between these levels. It can't just be a light that you bounce off of. That's silly. I don't know what this is going to be yet. I have a couple of ideas, but I don't think they fit the narrative very well. Hi, Woozy. Welcome here. I don't know why you're here either, dude. Alright, so how would I... Alright, let's get back to work. The downside of Blutilities is there's absolutely no way to step through them. Which is a major drag. If you basically have to get it right, and you have no way of error checking other than like maybe printing a string. Also, you have to close them down every time you want to run them. These are highly experimental and weird things. Oh yeah? Yeah, this is just the opening area, so I need to have some kind of indication. You shouldn't love this, because as I was doing it, I knew this is real dumb. There's no way to localize an image like this. So I'll figure that out later. Oh, I forgot something else I got done. This, when did I do this? I did this Monday after the crash. That's why I forgot. Check it out, controller support for the camera. I fixed all my controller issues. Not just for this, but for, like, the extension as well. Apparently not all of them. Thumbstick move is broken in the XY. What the shit? You serious right now? Embarrass me? A sprite isn't the problem. The problem is that this is an image of a W, an A, an S, and a D, rather than being like a font, like something that's drawing from. Basically, when it comes time to localize this to like a Chinese character or something like that, it's going to be difficult to localize. So, 1 second. Now that I know that this is broken. Oh god. Okay. Real quick, let's fix that bug. That's in the player controller. I've been having a great goddamn week, guys. And I'm working on something at work that's really fun, which is great. And I can't tell you what it is, but it involves a basic sphere. And anytime you're an animator and you get to animate a ball, that's the best thing in the world, because that's the first thing you do. It would be like somebody going to a programmer and being like, innovate on the Hello World problem. Like, somebody asks you to animate a ball, it's like, oh, that's the first thing I ever did. And then you get to, like, come up with some weird, new, exciting way to animate that ball that it has never been done before. Can I switch material based on the keys? I mean, I'm sure there's different ways to do it. It's just localizing this is going to be a lot harder than if it was just text that was, like, drawn, right? Because then you don't want to have to give your localize, you don't have to support the people that localize it. You want to be like, here's a text file, edit it. And then then your game just digests that and turns it into something else. And I don't plan to have any text in this game, so I didn't really think that through very well. And as I was making this, I was like, oh, now I'm gonna have to be like, here's an image, localize it, rather than give them a like, literally a notepad text file. Which is, anytime you can eliminate, like, a small thing like that, it just matters. I don't know how else to put it. And yeah, like, basically what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to put in some logic. If I went through with this plan, I'd have to put in some logic at some point that's like, for this language, use this image. For this language, use this image. Whereas if it was just literally, if it was literally using Unreal's text system, you would just give a text file to a localizer, they'd localize it. That system's already written by Epic and it already works really well. You need to see Dragon Punch animations I did for Game Jam. Yeah, put them in the chat, let's check them out, man. I'm in a good mood. Let's look at your animations. First, let's fix this player controller. So, why is its thumbstick movement? What the hell would have broken thumbstick movement? I borderline don't believe that's possible, that that's broken. Especially because it's broken. Like, when I move horizontally, I can move. But vertically doesn't work anymore? What would do that? I did add new inputs. Where is this? Project settings. Input. Camera. Left thumbstick x-axis. Okay. That's right. Let's add a breakpoint. Already? Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, let's not add it yet. Yeah, of course. This runs every tick. Let's add it only if this is true. It's true immediately. Okay, let's try that again. Less than, okay, sorry. Only if it's false. Okay, so what this is saying is if thumbstick movement horizontal and vertical are based on the controller, so obviously if I move it horizontally, I'll get the amount that I've moved it, this thumbstick horizontally goes from 0 to 1, depending on how far over I push it, and 0 to -1 if I push in the other direction. Same thing with vertical. If you push up, it goes to all the way in the thumbstick, it'll go to 1. If you push it down all the way, it's -1. And when it's at home, it's 0. So what I'm doing here is I'm saying, hey, is the absolute value of this, or have you pushed into the outer quarter of the thumbstick? Yeah. Anyway. So we're gonna add a breakpoint there and see. I'm not hitting that breakpoint. Have I hit that breakpoint? Okay, so pushing up and down is not hitting that breakpoint anymore. Let's try. Seeing a 0. I'm pushing all the way up on the controller. Is my controller broken? Does this work? Oh, it's finding it at a very low value. Oh, is this actually the side to side? Yeah, that's actually side to side. This is up, down. That's detecting 0. Thumbstick movement vertical. It's possible I renamed this variable to the same thing and I just... Like, it's possible I deleted the input at one point and then put it back with the same name and it just didn't quite... Like, the nodes just didn't quite sync up. Maybe that's it. Thumbstick movement vertical. I mean, that's probably wishful thinking. But when in doubt, blame your tools. Right? Isn't that what good artists do? They blame their tools? Oh, it's like I forgot to log into Perforce. Oh, middle. We'll look at that in just 1 second, man. Let me get this figured out real quick. No, this is an Xbox controller, not a PS4. Right. Okay, let's try saving that again. What was I doing? Oh yeah, okay. Okay, that's not the problem. Weird. Very strange. Okay, so it works if I use this D-pad. It doesn't work if I push up and down. Scale is 1 for everything. Is there a dead zone? Knuckles, gamepad, 0.25. The dead zone is, especially as controllers get older and stuff, they can kind of like dither And if you look even on your basic controller, it's never perfectly like in the center. So you have a little dead zone where your engine will ignore, for me, about a quarter of the controls of the push. I don't know what to call that. Gamepad, mouse, gamepad, motion controller. I don't think I've messed with anything. Show. Damn. What else could do this? Man. When in doubt, print. There's nothing to print. The basic, like, I mean, I was looking at it right there. Get thumbstick vertical movement is always 0. When I was looking at the value. Hey, Dubsy. What's up, man? So if this is always 0, I mean, that's the problem. Interesting. I swear this was working before, too. I feel like my controller might be busted. Alright. Man, I have no way of verifying my controller's busted without getting another controller, which I can't do right now. So we might abandon this for now, and I'll write a note and come back to it later. I'm hoping my controller's busted, because I got no other ideas here. I mean, I could try, like... Okay. Let's just rename this test. Find that, get test. Just gonna leave those warnings for now. Oh shit, now it works? Oh, what does that even mean? Weird. Hey Greca, what's up, man? Okay. So was there a fucking naming conflict then? Alright, it's been a long day and I'm tired, so you guys need to help me look at this. Look for anywhere else. I might have named it left thumbstick. Camera horizontal. Camera vertical. Movement horizontal. This should be movement vertical. Yeah, I didn't use that name twice. Could do something cute, like call this vertically. Oh, Christ. Let's never tell a soul that we did this. Movement vertically. Well, if the name was too long, then we're gonna have the same problem here. That's an interesting idea, though. I have definitely run into that before. That's a fun unrealism. I did a podcast about engines, and after I did it, people came up to me and informed me of all the various problems with Unreal. Which is, to be fair, like, I pretty, there's things with you worked with an engine for so long, you kind of, like, unconsciously work around. That's kind of like, yeah, okay, you're right. And one of them is the names. Oh god, or the fact that, like, once you name a string, you can never change the capitalization on it ever again. That's one that only bothers me, I think. But this is still the best engine ever. Yeah, okay, so the way we fixed that bug was we renamed that from vertical to vertically, and I'm never gonna ask why, and we're just gonna be cool with that. That's just how things are now. There's something going on under the hood. The important thing is it's fixed, so let's check that in. Okay. Anything else I should know about? I need to test with the controller more. I usually play games with the controllers just for like a grid-based game. It feels, something about it feels wrong. I actually prefer using the D-pad, but I know it's weird. That camera transition needs work. I mean, it should be taking the shortest path. I don't know why I decided to swing around in that direction. Hey, that is the shortest path. I was kind of hoping it would always swing away from the level. That's probably something I need to work on later. Here the screen goes gray and you get like an arrow that indicates you can change characters. I think I set it up such that... Alright, the controller works for him too, yeah. Good. Alright. So, get test, not engine level. Yeah, thumbstick movement with a grid-based game does, I don't know, doesn't feel right to me. I need to figure out why this box is here. Huh. Let me delete that time. That's weird. So many weird little quirks today. Okay. So, now that we've warmed up our brain a little, let's look at Blutilities, because I love this, and this is a cool, awesome new feature, but it's highly experimental. It has the potential to crash things. There's no debugging, so if you create like there's no way to step through it with a Blutility, and with a Blutility, if you create like an infinite loop or do something stupid, you will crash the editor. And there's just like no hope for you. So you kind of got to be pretty careful when you work with these. Doesn't make them any less cool. So what I was doing, Blutility is a new thing that Unreal added. I was just talking about it at the beginning of this, where you can take, you know, the visual scripting language Blueprint that you use in levels. You can use it to create like buttons. So you're thinking about switching to you're thinking about UE4 for your next game, right, Chris? I'm gonna make a sale right here for Epic. So what you can do is you use that blueprint and there was a function there called generate lines, and it has it comes up as a button, and you can just run that in the editor. So I was like, if you go back later on, look at the beginning of this stream, and you'll see what I was using it for. I wanted to open this stream with like what a Blutility is, because I'm so fucking excited about them. And if I can get enough people excited, it'll put pressure on the forces that be to maybe put some more time in it, because it looks like they haven't really been banging on Blutilities for a while, but I think they have the potential to be really cool. You can basically write tools for the editor. Interesting, Chris. Yeah, it's Blueprint for the editor. This particular blueprint. Alright, let's hide all the other levels. Like, let's say I want to just art up. I'm going to start with this level. Okay, so we have this level here. And to get out my Blutility, I hit generate lines, and it does that. And that's basically what I've written so far. It just creates like this fuzzy border. And the goal was to create something that got me started, so I could really quickly go in here and edit it and like art up a level real quick. I should probably figure out what I want the levels to look like before I go too much further, but I am interested in this problem space right now. I have a thing right now that will, where this works. Sorry. So, edit blueprint. The way I wrote this last week. Get the grid manager, get the player start, and set that to be your Z height. That's the part I added. I got rid of this. You can't store a variable. You will piss off the editor if you try to store a variable with a Blutility. This gets the size of the array at the given Z height. This returns if it has the static mesh that blocks the player, so if it's got like a block in it. If so, create this array of indices. This is the array of, it's an array of ints that is basically the indices of this array. Okay, I've explained this before, but like the way the world works is it's 100 tiles in X and 100 tiles in Y. And so the way you find a tile is like one will be the first element of the array is X is 1, Y is 1. The second one is like X is 2, Y is 1, and so forth. I don't know. That's how the grid world works. Works well. I like it. It's elegant in its simplicity. Find the next tile that doesn't have an adjacent tile. Find the tile that's next to it that also doesn't have an adjacent tile. This is just creating clumps. Okay, so this is for making the skirt. Now I want to make, that's for making a skirt that goes down. Now I want to make a skirt that goes up. So I want to find, oh god, what do I want to find? Okay, so I think I want to go up one in Z height. Do the same thing where I get all of the indices that are there, detect if you have one underneath you. No. I actually don't care. No, I want to do the exact same thing, just one Z height higher. That's it. That's the only difference. I want to run literally this exact same thing, just one Z height higher. And I just want to rotate the static mesh when I draw it up, right? Is that how I did it? Let's look at a level. There was a level at one point that I actually tried to art a little bit. Don't know where it is anymore. There you are. Yeah. So skirt meshes go down unless they're a wall, then they go up. And I don't really have a solution for something like that, but okay. Yeah. So good night, middle. Is this project dependent or can it be used as a generic plugin? I'm not sure what you're referring to. So yeah, this should actually be kind of easy, right? I'm not missing anything. I do the exact same thing I just did. Feels too easy. Alright, I want to turn, in that case I want to turn this into a function. Separate out this. Oh, let's just clean things up a bit maybe. Specifically, the names of things are really dumb. Like local Y test array. What is that actually? All tiles at given Z height. Local tiles to test array. Is the heater behind me bothering anybody? Like, is it making a loud, irritating noise, or is it okay? Test the position adjacent. That's not what you're actually doing, is it? Okay, so negative adjacent is the one that's actually adjacent. Positive adjacent is not true. Let's just test, no, that is actually true. So this is test adjacent. Maybe test previous adjacent to make it test plus this. Yeah. Test next adjacent grid direction. Test. So we could call it the one that's next to you versus the one that's a normal. I guess normal adjacent. Test edge direction normal. This could theoretically just be multiplied into here. Whatever, fuck it. This is the index you're actually testing. This is the array of connected tiles. Okay. Let's, I don't know, sort these a little bit better. Why can't you drag up here? Guess you can't reorder things here. Interesting. Local should block. Local tile should block at given city height. These two could technically be the same array, but it ended up being more nodes and harder to read, so I just made two arrays. I know it's a little weird, but it just made it literally reduced to like 7 nodes and made it possible for me to grok what I'm doing here. And it's not like this has to be efficient. This is a tool that's only used in the editor. Alright, cool. Thanks, Furious. Can you create one for any project, or is it based on project variables? You can literally copy paste this into any project. That's another thing I love about this editor. While I'm in a good mood, so we can have a love off here. You can, anything in the editor, anything in the world, or even blueprint like this, control copy, open up Notepad. Oh, Jesus. Oh, whatever. Control paste. This, and you can literally paste this. If you control copied and pasted this into a different project, it would just put the blueprint in that project. You can literally, like, it is so trivial to move things between projects. Even if they technically shouldn't be allowed to, you can often do it. Like, you can grab anything in the editor, same thing, like this, control copy, control paste. If you were to take this code, like if you were just to go into a different editor, even a different version, and just control paste, it would attempt to paste it in there. It would create probably an empty actor, and it would like get a little grumpy and be like, hey, I can't find your static mesh and stuff. But I mean, it would try to work. You can paste into the editor, which is pretty nuts. And you can it's kind of fun too, because you can sort of look at what's going on under the hood anytime you do that. You can look at like the code for it. That's true for your blueprint, that's true for fucking everything. It's one of the lesser known, more amazing things about this editor. I've done, back before I found out about Blutilities, that would be how I would, like, batch through and fix things. Like, I would right-click, select actors, control copy, control paste into a different thing, create a new level, paste it into that level, and see what happened. And usually you can really quickly debug anything that's going wrong. Anyway, what was I doing? Right, okay. Okay, so loop through all the connected tiles. So what I want you to do now is I want to separate out this part and make the rest of this into a function. Like, I can't create an array of arrays, can I? No. No, I can't do that. What can I create? Alright, I want this function to have an output now. And I guess it's... I need to output an array of arrays. That's just what I need to do. Of integers, right? Can I do it with a dictionary? How does that help me? Oh, maybe it helps me. No, that doesn't help me at all. So I need to output... Basically, I need to clump these... Try to make this a macro. Making a macro inside of a Blutility would be dangerous. Well, let's live on the edge. Let's do it. Let's make it a macro. Okay. A macro will give me the ability to have an output that I can output multiple times. Get all actors of class. Don't think I want that. Okay, so I want everything from here. Ah! Everything from here to here. Let's see if that works. Oh my god, if that actually worked. Well, I didn't want the loop to go around. Okay. So we have an execution. This goes through. You'll output local connected tiles and an execution. I feel like I should build in a delay or something to make sure whatever comes out of this executes, but it may not be required. And building in a delay is always a dumb idea, if you can help it. Alright, yeah, let's see if that works. And let's name this, what do we want to name this? Return tile clumps? Sure. Name this get tile clumps. Clumps. I'll just stop typing return and start using get. That's what Unreal uses. Probably because it's shorter. Okay, so now we can just take this macro, input a z height, get out the tile clumps, and then do stuff with it. So this is the part that draws the lines. This is the part that draws world skirt down. Now I want to add something that... There's no return node, fuck that. Let's take this, add 200 to it. So we're getting the z height that's above this. Oh, I guess that's not... We're not technically inputting that, but that's okay. Shouldn't matter. Just leave this part out here. I feel like it's cleaner if I do this. Sequence. First do that, then do this. Okay. Hey, Assemblade. Alright. I'm just gonna copy paste this. This is a tool. There's no reason to be pretty. I think every tools programmer ever just lost their minds. Okay. Temporal position, add local offset, draw lines. Okay, I don't need to draw lines this time, do I? Probably not. No, let's do it, yeah, okay. And then draw world skirt up. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm creating your transform. Rotate. Didn't like that at all. What have I done? Array pin is invalid. Okay. Oh fuck, what have I done? Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. Connected, get. Is there anything else you want? No. Grid size X. Why don't you have... Oh, because I moved it out of... Oh, shit. Oh, this is gonna suck. wonder if it just works anyway, because it's warning. I should move all those variables over here. God, I wish there was a quick way to do that. Oh, fuck. Let's just run it. Let's just see. Maybe it'll just forgive me. Maybe it'll just work. Sometimes things work, and they shouldn't. Maybe it'll just work. Here, what's my good testing level? Oh shit, it did. Ha! Alright, we're just gonna have warnings. It's a tool, right? You can have warnings, it doesn't matter. It's whatever. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Alright, so what's happening now? Well, I am getting 1Z height up, it's drawing in the right spot. I actually want it to... Okay, I want it to draw negative 200, that's important. And this is not rotating. Your rotation appears to be the same as yours, so whatever I did there didn't work at all. Okay. So... edit blueprint. For you... You're making the transform. Don't add that. Easy peasy. Hey Near, what's up, man? You're winding down the day? It's 5 o'clock in California, Chris. The day is young. I hate winter in Boston. It was dark at 4. We've entered the time of year when it's dark when I go into work and dark when I get out. I miss California, man. Didn't I change you to -1? Holy mother. That didn't do what I expected at all. This is highly unusual. Oh, I know why that happened. I never cleared... Size X, blah blah blah. Static mesh. Alright, clear this array. You're gonna let me copy and paste that in here even though it doesn't exist? Thanks, Unreal. Sorry. Sorry. We have warnings now. I'm sorry. Clear. It's a tool. I hope this doesn't actually package when I build the game. I can always just delete it later. Oh, not even error. I'm real lazy right now. Sun sets at 5 in the UK. I know. It's painful. But just don't look at the bottom. You know what we could do is just do this. And then we don't have to, then we just don't know. And that's fine. And that makes it all better, right? Okay, so anyway, if you just forget that the arrows are there, let's talk about what we have here. You don't understand. You can easily crash the editor with Blutilities. It's an experimental feature that Epic doesn't technically support yet, so you're really playing with fire here. Interesting. Why are you doing that? That's definitely my fault. Hi, Pi. What's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Okay. Oh, good lord. It's just painful. And you know, I closed that and it came back. It's Epic's like, hey, put your variables in scope, bitch. Sorry, Epic. Tim Sweeney, we can still be friends, man. What you don't know won't hurt you. Oh, and the problem's not gonna be in here. Thank God. I don't have to look at that. Alright. So the problem will be here. Okay, so this bullshit here was where I was... Alright, so what I do is I get the clumps of tiles that are next to each other. And then I want to get the middle index, but if there's an even number of... Like, I want to get the tile that's right in the middle. And I want to draw one big plane. So, like, if there's 3 tiles next to each other, I want to get the tile in the middle. Use this other function I have to find the edge. That's, like, the outermost edge. And then draw one big plane that covers all 3 tiles, right? That's great if you have an odd number of tiles. If you have an even number of tiles, it doesn't really know where to go, so it kind of just picks a middle-ish tile. But if there's 2, that means it picks the second tile. And then obviously the mesh will overhang because it's big enough to cover 2 tiles, but it's completely over 1. So basically, it won't look right. That's why I had this kind of stupid hack here. That's just like get the length, get the remainder when you divide by 2. Multiply that by the normal. Apparently that hack doesn't work. Of course, when I rotate the skirt mesh up, that's not gonna work, huh? Yeah, of course not. Fuck. Well, let's just make this as awful as possible. Let's just really lean into failure today. Let's just copy-paste that hack somewhere else slightly differently. I'm about to go on vacation. I don't give a fuck. So... put that hack there. Sorry, Tim Sweeney. I still think you're cool, man. God, what the fuck did I just do here? Is this one turned it into a bool so that it's is this number 1? It returns a bool, and then it turns that bool back into an int, which makes it something between 0 and 1, and then I multiply that by 2 and take 1 minus that. I see. I know why I did that, and I still hate myself. That's just to determine if I'm doing the lines in the x or the y direction. Wow. Okay. Well, let's definitely leave that there, because that's brilliant. The problem is I don't... So, okay, so I'm only having a problem with the skirts that are drawn up along the y-axis. I'd like to remind the chat that this is a Blutility, which means this is not a shipping thing, so we're allowed to just, you know, write terrible code. I'm just going to call that acceptable. I don't know if that's actually going to do what I want to. Oh god, now I'm undoing that rather than undoing the level art I just added. I don't know why I just hit that button. It's not the goal. Okay, generate lines. Holy shit, it worked on the first try. That's a miracle. Oh, just do that for both. Fuck it. Okay. Sweet. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's... Alright, now I gotta figure out... Oh, I was putting this in opening levels all geo. Huh. That's not ideal. Alright, so now I have tools that do the art for me. Let's actually try to art up some of this. Let's figure out... You're drawing too far off the edge. You've gone too far. The lighting on my camera makes me look like a game character. Hold on, let me pull up a picture of me. I look like a game character? I think I look like a person. You seeing what I'm seeing? Oh wow, the camera fluctuates wildly when I move things around. I am definitely head tracking like a game character now. Whatever, good or evil, you choose. I'm a fan of Bioware. Let's get there. I don't know, I think everybody in this chat's super nice, so let's stay good. I was watching part of the reason why I had to start this to help me focus was because I got super into like a D&D Twitch stream. I didn't think those would be as funny as they are, but they're hilarious. Watching people play D&D on Twitch is pretty funny. Alright guys, I don't know what to say. I am not made of shaders. Cool. Yeah, I used to play tabletop games back in the day. I used to be really into White Wolf games. I think I had a mage campaign that lasted for like 3 years. It was absurdly long. Yeah, 3 years, man. Can you believe it? Jesus. Every week, too. I mean, people had to come and go, and it was over... This was back when I was in high school, so... the last year, we lost somebody because they graduated, went to college, and then, lost 2 other people just because, you know, people burn out or get bored or whatever, and then we, just picked up other people. We kept it going, but the GM ran the same campaign for 3 years. The world just kept getting crazier and crazier. So I really want to get into game designing. I mainly do realistic rendering at the moment using Cinema 4D, but I'm not sure where to start. I want to use UE4, but I feel I need to start using Maya or Max with ZBrush to get into game design. I'm curious what you mean by get into game design. What are you trying to make? What are you trying to do? What's your, like, goal? You know what I mean? Like, is there a position you're looking to get into? A company you're looking to work for? A game you're looking to make? What am I doing right now? I'm about to start the next big thing. So now I want to get... Okay. Okay, so now I want to find all corners. I want to make a game, but I want to be able to model texture, characters, and scenes and put them into a game. Then set up the game scene, like design the game more the way the game looks. So you want to get into game art, it sounds like. You're more interested in making a beautifully rendered scene. You're not looking to, like, I don't know, you're not in it for systems and that sort of thing. I'll let the chat help you. I have to think on this. Actually, it's just... These are both hundreds. This will always return 1,000 for now. I'm just using this to be safe. I'm gonna get the current grid ID for the edge. I'm going to find if that's given Z height. That's not what I want. I need oh, sweet. Yeah, okay. I already made that function. Return if the tile has the static mesh at this tile ID. So get this tile ID, subtract 1,000 from it to get the tile ID right below it. And return if that has the static mesh. Let's get, Z height. And let's set this at the beginning of this to be 1. If there's a mesh beneath you, increment by 1, and I don't know, test again. We're gonna need to multiply this by Z height. Yeah. So test 1,000 and then 2,000 below this and then 3,000 below this and keep going until you can't. Or until, I don't know, just keep going until you can't, right? I should probably put something in here. Or until this is less than something absurd like negative 10,000. See, alright. Reroute. So that's that loop. Once you're done, I'll figure that out in a sec. Oh, crap. I should not just copy paste this. That'd be irresponsible. Oh, what do I really need here? I have a grid ID. Give me the world vector of that grid ID. So now I have an XYZ of the very center of the tile. I just need to determine which corner to push to. How things going in the chat? Actually, I had metal post something and I never looked at it. Where was that? What programs do I use for 3D animation? I use Maya almost exclusively. I used Max for a little bit at Irrational, just because that's what they had. But I mean, for my own personal work, I always switch back to Maya, and I prefer Maya. Oh yeah, Assembly, I remember you were working on this. You've progressed a bit, man. I haven't checked out your streams lately. So you did the outline shader? Assembly, you were working on the, what was it? That modular level area, right? Yeah, I slack off a lot too. Alright, I'm slacking off right now. Stop being so fucking lazy. What I need is the normal direction, probably. Adjacent grid. Normal adjacent grid direction times test edge normal direction. Whatever. This is just determining if it's positive or negative. These should be the same. I'm just being sloppy. So I've been extremely sloppy in this. Take these. Basically, I need to know if you're 1 or if you're 100. So if you're 100, I'm looking in the Y direction. If you're 1, I'm looking in the X direction. If you're 1. This is so stupid. If you're 1, convert to a bool, which will be 0 to 1. Convert back to an int. How am I going to do that? multiply it by 2. Let's get u to be a number between 0. No, wait, I don't want u between -1 and 1. Hold on, wait. What do I want here? Yeah, I do. Right? Do I? Fuck, what do I want here? Oh, sweet. Assemblade, you've been working on it, man? I can't find the page. Fuck, I have no idea what I'm doing right now. This is so random. I just have no easy way of knowing if I'm testing. Oh yeah, I do. Alright, so if normal direction, this will determine if I'm working on something in the X or Y. And then this will determine if it's positive or negative. I need to draw some kind of, I don't know, something. So I can debug this. So debug cube. Make a transform. Use this location. Make the cube super small. Otherwise it'll be like the size of a tile. Alright, before I test this, let's take a look at the chat here. Wow, Nier, thanks, man. That's cool. Shit. Thanks, guys. You guys are cool. I feel bad for not explaining it more. It's like a whole nother level to do it and also talk through while you're doing it, which kind of makes you slower, and you kind of gotta, like... It's hard to explain something versus just doing something. And I barely understand what I'm doing already. In fact, that's almost entirely guesswork right there. This is cool, man. See more pictures. Yeah. See how you can, like... Something I highly recommend for people that want to get into this kind of stuff. The reason why we call level art kit bashing is because that's what you used to actually do. You used to kit bash together buildings like this out of different pieces. And so yeah, giving people the ability to modularly slap on a balcony, change between stairs or door fronts, things like that. This is much better. This is much more useful. You've made progress, man. Cool. Are you intending for people to be able to place the different tiles as well? Like, were you imagining... If you wanted to make the well more modular, what I would do is, like, have different possible roofing structures. Maybe one that's just, like... Basically, I wouldn't let people change the purple tiles. But I would give people, like, 2 different roofing structures and 2 to 3 different possible well bottoms, so they can mix and match that if you want to let people mix and match. And, like, a bucket that they can place near the well, or that they could, like, randomly put somewhere. And just with that and the ability to rotate the bucket, rotate the well around, they can get different things. Yeah, you're getting a lot of reuse of your textures too, so far. Cool. What's wrong, Assemblade? I'm sorry. No. Yeah, sorry, Unreal. We're doing some weird shit today, man. Let it go. Okay, let's see if that spaghetti shit I wrote does anything. Literally, I'm not even sure if it drew anything. I think... Oh, it did draw a box. Okay, it drew a box. It detected that this is a corner. It found the right tile, so that's cool. Didn't draw it in there. That's fine. Okay, I have no information. I can't step through, but what I can do is print. Okay, so right now you just look at the first thing for each clump. Get the Z height, which we're not even using yet. That's troubling. Right. You're really cool, Nier. Thanks, that actually made my day. I want to inspire people. Even if it's just a laugh. I'll inspire you to laugh. You can laugh, it's fine. Because I have no idea what I'm doing. I need... I have no idea what I'm doing right now. Okay. Alright, let's just... Only if this is true, we'll draw something. Only for the... Okay, so for the first thing in a clump... What am I doing here? Get the first tile of a clump. Figure out how many... how tall it is. I don't need to know that right now. Figure out what corner it is. How do I do that? I guess... I mean, I could ignore everything I know and just go like... Just retest it. Like, does it have a static mesh? Does the tile... Okay. Does the tile next to you have a static mesh? Oh, this is powerful actually, yeah. Okay, so like, is there a static mesh +1 in the X? Is there a static mesh behind you in the X? This is... Oh, what I'm about to do is real dumb, guys. I'm into it. Okay. If there's a static mesh. Not this. Times 100. Okay. This is real dumb. I love it. This is real bad. Why can't I add? Of course I can add. Add a fucking vector. Okay. Okay. If there's something next to you in the positive X, if there's not something next to you in the positive X, add 100 to X. If there's not something next to you in the negative X, this is too stupid. I'm not allowed to do this. Also, there's the potential that there could be something not... Oh, fuck. There's the potential that it could just be like a square that has nothing on any side of it, at which point it would all negate. Oh, that was a fun thought. We're not going to do this. Creative use of bools. Yeah, I don't think bools are meant to be used in this manner. Is this what they used to teach programming? I don't know. I've never taken a programming class. This is not a... I put hashtag programming so programmers would drop in here and help me. This is not a learning stream. I feel like if you want to learn how to program, you should probably get off Twitch and write code. I usually go to programming streams to like for ASMR or to... That's not true. There's some pretty good programming streams actually that will teach you things, I think. I'm probably just the worst student alive. And I'm not really interested in learning how to code. I am, however, trying to write a game in Blueprint, which is a visual scripting language. Anyway, hi, welcome to the chat, man. Yeah, this was initially, when I first started this, sure, I'll show you. Hold on, let me break this down. Because it's been a while since I've actually run this thing, so people are probably confused. So Blutilities are a experimental feature in Unreal, which allow you to use Blueprint to actually do things in the editor as opposed to just in the game. So generate lines is something that was going to help bootstrap me when I make levels, where all it does is it creates like the skirt and the initial lines around a level. I'm trying to procedurally make some of the level art so that I have a quicker way of working later on, because it's going to get really monotonous, like manually doing that, placing this for like 100 levels. Yeah, this is a visual scripting language. I don't know what a visual abstract syntax tree is. I remember the first time there was a time once in college when I considered learning C++, and because I went to RIT, which is a tech school. I was surrounded by programmers all the time, and I was like, I went there because I had a scholarship to go. I went there because affirmative action put me there, which was awesome. I had a scholarship to go to RIT pretty cheaply, and I took advantage of that. But I went to the film school because I don't know, I was young and stupid. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be an animator. I'm gonna animate for Pixar or some shit. And this is my chance. And I don't have a lot of money, so I'll use this. I'll go to RIT where there's like no women because it's a tech school. And I'll get a degree. And while I was there, I was surrounded by programmers. And obviously it's an amazing tech school, so I really considered it. I was like, maybe I should learn C++ and become like a real programmer. Because I was writing shit in Python and stuff for just to make my own tools for animation. And I remember the day the dream died. It was like, I wasn't gonna do it, and then I talked to Mike and I was like, alright, I'm gonna install Visual Studio, and I installed it, and and he was really excited, and he was like, alright, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna make a calculator for your first thing. And I sat down, and he was like, oh, but you're not allowed to use Visual Studio. You can't use that. You have to use this thing. And he got me something called G++. And he's like, it's very important. If you're going to be a programmer, you have to understand what is in the pre-compiler and the post-compiler and the compiler, and this will all just confuse you if you don't understand this. It's very important you get the fundamentals down. And I was like, alright, and I took it really seriously, and I wrote that fucking calculator, and I was like, I hate this. This is bullshit. And I just showed him the calculator program, and I was like, I've decided not to do this, goodbye. And I left and never went back. And he's probably right. I'm sure he's right. He was a brilliant programmer. Like, I'm sure he was absolutely correct. I'm also sure I really didn't want to write a calculator in Notepad. I don't know. There's just no... when you write stuff in... I don't know, all of it. I hated all of it. I hate the downtime when you compile. I hated... just everything about the experience was shit. Whereas when you're working in Python, you just type things in and then they just happen. You just make things. It's just so much faster and easier. What was I doing? I love Python. I use it to this day. £9. Why doesn't that have a 0? Oh, right, of course. Anyway, focus. So... kind of grid edge points. Find the next tile to an adjacent tile. Yeah, okay. Let's just declare this crap back here. Oh, right. No, wrong thing. Testing edge. Of course not. Alright, this is an enum I made at some point for something totally different. Where are you? Edge? Grid edge points. If next adjacent is 1, normal direction is 0, normal direction is positive, adjacent direction. Positive x, positive y, negative y. So this is testing positive y. This is testing negative y. Negative x. Done. Best part about this is I can replace all that crap by just getting this variable. In fact, let's try that and make sure that works actually. Theoretically, I should really get rid of all this. Same thing down here. Should be able to delete all that. Just plug in this. Yeah, looks like everything still works. Cool. Oh wait, of course it does. Dumbass. But yeah, it still works. Okay. Let's delete that. That. Cool. Oh, yeah. I don't mean it's faster as in it runs faster. I'm sure lower levels programming languages run faster than Python. It's just usually for the stuff I do that doesn't matter. I mean, I don't program. I write tools sometimes for depending on what I need to do. Usually I write tools for Maya. Sometimes it's like Lua if I'm working in Morpheme or whatever scripting language they've implemented for whatever thing it is I have to do. And even that's a very tiny part of my job ever. Most of my job will be like manipulating physics, figuring out cloth dynamics for characters, you know, just odds and ends and things. When I was in AAA, that was most of my job. Now I animate, obviously. Alright, now that I have that, I don't have to fucking lose my mind with this crap. Because this is not good. Okay, so... get the first tile in a clump. Find everything underneath it. I don't need to know about that right now. Get the testing edge. Switch. How about select? Yeah, there we go. Sweet. Oh, thank God. Okay. So, go vector. Make vector. So if you're doing the first If you're testing positive X, testing it in the positive X direction. Oops. The first tile you're going to come across, this will be the edge, so you want negative Y, positive X. If you're testing in the negative X direction, the first tile you come across, negative for both. Testing in the positive Y direction, positive for Y. Let me think, wait, you're testing here, you're probably, I think I'm running this way. So yeah, the first one you'll come across, negative and X, positive and Y. And that means you're probably gonna be, if you're testing this edge, actually yeah, I think you'll be negative for both as well, right? Maybe, okay. Phew, alright. Then we don't need all this crap. Much better. I have no idea if this will work at all. Alright. Alright, drew a black box at the corner. Is it at all corners? No, just... I'm missing a corner. A black box here. Black box here. Alright, I got two in this corner. I fucked up somewhere. That makes a lot of sense to me. Yeah, when you're testing... in the negative X. No, negative X is definitely correct. It must be negative Y. Black box. Nope. Nope, that was wrong. You know what it actually is? is right. What actually is we're only ever doing the first one in a clump. We need to do the last one in a clump as well. This will double up the edges. Because there's two edges that make a corner, right? Interesting problem. Alright, so take my clump and get the last index. Let's try this. Let's get the grid edge that we're testing. Switch based on grid edge points. How do I want to do this? I need a new local variable. Could we use testing index? No, I can't. I could use, I don't know, vertical line test index. This is the most disgusting thing I've ever written. And that's saying something. But I'm on vacation tomorrow, so fuck it. And this is a tool. No one will ever see this, except for the world. So, we'll just get over it. This is... Okay. So if I'm in the positive direction, use the first thing in the clump. If I'm in the negative direction, use the last thing in the clump. Is that correct? If you're in the negative direction... No. If you're testing negative y, use the first one. If you're testing... Wait, I'm sorry. If you're testing negative x, use the first one. If you're testing negative y, use... Maybe going this way. Use the last one. If you're testing positive x, starting from here. How am I winding this? Go counterclockwise. Negative x, use the first one. Positive y, Use the first one. Positive X. Use the last one. Negative Y. Use the first one. Doesn't make any sense. Going this way, negative Y, use the first one. Oh wait, what am I thinking of? No, sorry. Negative Y, use the last one. Positive X, negative Y. Positive X. Testing this edge. Using the first one, right? For positive X. Testing this edge. I need a fucking clock. What the fuck am I doing here? Negative X. Was I always getting the last one? Yeah, right? Yeah. So, negative X. Oh, the last one. This edge, I want this. So for positive Y vector, I want the last one. I swear to God, I'm going in a fucking circle, literally. With a positive X. I want the first one. Good. Negative Y. I also want the first one. This doesn't feel right. Right, for the positive Y, I want the last one. That was right the first time. Okay. 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 Anyway. So positive Y had better fucking be 100, 100, right? Yeah. Negative X has to be negative 100, 100. Negative Y is negative in both directions. Fucking, let's see what we get at this point. Okay. This is interesting because this one just shit the bed and did nothing. Oh no, that's just totally wrong. Okay. Cool. Yeah, okay, we're way off. Alright, so what is working? Oh god, I'm going to Santa Fe. Yeah, Gigantic was a Windows Store exclusive, which I think was a rough call. I'm sure they got paid by Microsoft to do that. I'm also sure it's very difficult to recover from a launch. I don't know. Whatever. It sucks what happened to them. Okay, well, we're drawing this line. The first thing in this array is going to be this. Pretty sure that was something that was actually working. Okay, well, we're drawing the negative y line. The first thing in the array is going to be this. I'm just going to get the last. Get the first. I'm drawing the negative x line. The first thing is going to be... I don't want the first, I want the last. Good. I'm drawing the line that's in this direction. I want the last. So for positive y, I want the last. Okay. Step 2. Drawing in this direction. I want this one. 100, 100. Drawing this direction, which is negative x. I want negative 100, 100. Yeah, I think this stuff might be right. Okay. These two corners are correct. These two corners are not. Negative x and positive y. Yeah. Windows Store exclusive for a multiplayer game, too. If you don't get a certain amount of buzz in your launch for a multiplayer game and the matches take forever, which they did, it's brutal. The game had a beautiful animation, too. Like, gorgeous animation. I could get into that. I think it actually kind of detracted from the gameplay a bit. It was so pretty. I don't know. Like, Overwatch had gorgeous animation that didn't distract from the gameplay. I don't know. I could wax philosophical on it, but it doesn't matter, because, you know. Just doesn't feel right to talk about it. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. I feel like I've thought this through. This stream is exclusively for Twitch, by the way. This is not going on YouTube. Nobody needs to know this kind of struggle. Is it even... Okay, it's drawing it there. Positive X. Hey, Tango. So I thought I was getting the thing at the last index of the array. In reality, I was just getting what is the last index of the array. That's not gonna work at all. Whoops. Okay. This might be it. Maybe. Alright, black box drawn. Yeah, we're finding the corners now. Cool. Okay. Sweet. Now... take Z height. Let's see. Hey guys. Thanks Furious for explaining it. Yeah, it's an experimental feature that Epic doesn't technically support. You actually have to check a box and be like, I want to use your weird experimental features. And they have this thing called Blutility, which is like, you can take any blueprint and you can run it in the editor. It lets you write tools for the editor, which I'm kind of doing. Trying to make something that'll help bootstrap me so I can art up the levels a little faster. Also, I'm just really kind of into the idea. That's probably... I'm not saying this is the most practical use of my time. But yeah, it's called Blutilities. It's real. You can Google it. Okay. It's also kind of like a huge pain in the ass. Because if you... I could go into it, but... It's unstable in a lot of ways. You definitely don't want to, like, make something and then declare it a variable in the level. For obvious reasons. You can't change any base... anything on a base class. You can't... There's things you can't do. But anything you could do that you could do like in game, you can do. I don't know. It's cool. Google it. I don't have my own language, guys. Blutility, I didn't come up with this. I do think it has a lot of potential, especially if it actually let you extend the editor more. I think it's a cool idea. So... Alright. Get your world index vector. Take this. Alright, so... Yes, okay. I need to convert this to a float. Divide by 2. Multiply by 100. Alright, let's run this. Oops. Let's not open random shit. Also, you have to close the blueprint and then open this thing, which is not like the most beautiful thing, and then hit the button. But yeah. So, what we did wrong here. I accidentally added instead of subtracting. That'd be problem 1. Let's multiply this by -100. Oops, shit, where'd you go? Oh, right, yeah. Well, that's just because of the stack mesh I'm using. Alright, let's use the actual, like... That's weird. Let's use the actual line mesh now. That should work. No, it shouldn't. Divide by 5. Because they're 5 units long. Not 5,000. Just 5. There. Also... Oh crap, I'm gonna have to start worrying about rotation, huh? Scale, length. Okay, yeah, X is your length. How'd you get rotation? Get... Seems easy. Let's just copy that. Okay, make a vector from the center to the edge, and then turn that into a rotator. Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, it's something. Okay. So I need X to be my up, C to be my out. vector out. That should be my Z. Let's see here. Make rotator from Z. Alright, it's drawing. Look, see? See, it's drawing a little. It's hard to see because you got those ugly ass boxes there, but. Hey. Look at that, we're drawing lines. Okay, I need these to actually just extend a bit. No, the blocks are just static meshes. With two materials on them right now. I don't want to do this. Do I want you over here? There's a certain amount of this is just going to have to be done by hand that I have to accept. Move on with my life. But since we have come this far, let's go just a bit further. Let's say, for one thing, the width of the world's skirt needs to always be a little bit wider. Oh wait, this needs to be 1. The world's skirt scale. what did I just do? I don't know why I thought that would just work. So I took the stuff I did for drawing lines down, and now I want to draw them up. So here I'm getting the Z height that's one above. I should be able to run exactly the same script, I think, but this time, instead of looking down in Z, look up in Z. And I think instead of seeing for less than this is what I'm testing, right? See if you're greater than, I don't know, some absurdly high number just as a bailout. Like big number so don't crash the editor. And also when placing, when determining your location, set the Z to be multiplied by a positive 100, so you're moving up instead of down. And that should do it, right? Let's find out. Oh, shit got way more random, but I think I fucked with the wrong numbers. So I made these longer. Those are there. Alright, they're here. I don't get this sense. Don't feel like that was a really good starting point. Okay, what did I do that made this horrible? Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, when I messed with these numbers, that was probably a bit much. I should have messed with them here, so it only affected the skirt. Let's make these a little more random. You know what, that's not important right now. Let's fix whatever's going on down here. Why do I need to draw the lines up? I just like the way it looks. Like, I think the visual target I'm going for, I mean, I'm not super happy with this, but I kind of like something that looked like this. In order for this to work, I need to draw the lines kind of up and down. Like if there's a situation where the balcony wraps around an area, for instance, I need to draw it up and down. I'm actually not super happy with this art direction anymore either. I need to push on it some. I mean, I was never super happy with this. I kind of set it aside. Oh, they do look the same. The difference is the starting location. So the pawn is here. It finds this is the platform that the basic platform that you're on, and it says, okay, draw a skirt down and draw lines down on the edges. And then but that won't do anything for here, for the wall that you hit, right? So it's like, oh, also there's a wall here, so draw a skirt up from that and draw lines on the edges there. This is a bad example because the lines on the edges are the lines for both. But you can kind of see here how, like, if I just drew a down line, I wouldn't have anything for this middle block here. Does that make sense? I could draw it from the top. I'm just doing everything. The reality is I'm wildly inconsistent about how high I make these, because I know I want them to kind of, like, this can't be a one height block, right? When I was figuring out what I want the levels to be, I was just kind of putting in the blocks to make them work, and I knew that I would kind of just arbitrarily paint up, so I didn't bother, like, having a solid ceiling of, like, this is where it ends. Like, if you look here, when I was initially blocking out this level, I just had 2 blocks here. So if I was to procedurally create something, it would just, the line would start here. When in reality, I just want the line to start right where the player is and go up an arbitrary amount. It's just, like, kind of the look. The look could totally change. It's still early. I haven't done a lot of look div at all, really. It's probably premature to be making this thing. I'm just kind of into Blutilities right now. Yeah, the skirts are all static meshes. Start at 0 and go up then. No, there's no collision in any of this. I kind of decided not to use Unreal's collision system. I could go into that. It's mostly fear. Yeah, it's actually just entirely fear. Edit with Blueprint. I just didn't think I needed it either. Like, a collision system is way more complicated for what I need. What I need is just to know if, like, it's a grid-based game. I just need to know if I can go into the next tile. I don't need to know, like, the physics system in Unreal is very robust, and I just don't need a lot of the stuff that's in it. Oh, no, yeah, there's no physics, so that's not a concern. The pathfinding handles all that. I say pathfinding. The shit I wrote handles all that. It's definitely not pathfinding. What was I doing? Right, okay. Okay, yeah. I know why this is happening. Yeah, I need to... It's starting at the bottom of the tile. I just need to add 200 to this, I think. This divided by this, plus 2. Times 100. It's terrifying they could open that twice, too. Maybe I just need to add 100 to that. Maybe I had that hella wrong. go into that. For my skirt mesh, your location, get grid ID. Sure. This just pushes out along the normal. Here, I think I want to subtract in the Z. I want to do that here when I'm spawning it. This will push out along the normal a bit so that you're off against the block a little bit. Okay. All right. With collision, ask about what's with you and not splitting struct pins? What are you talking about? I don't even think you were looking at a struct at any point here. Oh shit, I didn't know I could do that. Oh man. Hey world, check this out. I can just break apart a transform. Shit, dude, thanks. Yeah, that would save a shit ton of nodes. I didn't know Unreal did that. Do you know when they added that? Holy shit. I mean, I'm using them all here. I'll find a place to use that. Yeah, I dig it. Yeah, dude. When did they add that? I've literally never heard of that. I mean, hadn't heard of Blutilities until like a couple days ago, so. Forever ago, really? Shit, man. Cool. I don't see it in mine. You said I could break a vector? I have to disconnect the pin first. Yeah. Shit. Cool. That's good to know. Thank you very much. Holy crap, guys. I knew something good would happen from Twitch streaming this. Alright. Cool. My god, the number of nodes I could have saved over the last couple projects. Holy shit. No one at work knows that either. I've never seen anyone do that. Yeah, I mean, you can hope for cleaner blueprints. It's probably not going to happen. I mean, cleaner, I guess cleaner is a relative word, so sure. I guess you could have that. I'm very embarrassed. Oh shit. Now I'm just undoing everything I just did. Okay, so, but yeah, now I know that, which is the most important thing. So let's try out some shit here, guys. I don't want that one. Don't want that one. Alright, I'll make this level the readable one. Generate lines. Oops. That's the other thing I gotta do. I gotta remove everything that's not. Actually, static mesh for now. My little utility I wrote here. Shit, where'd it go? Garbage. It's just gonna have to be some kind of static mesh. Oh shit, did I? No, that's right. Blutility just freak out the master game for some reason. Not sure what we're doing here. I think that's because there's a bunch of stuff missing from the middle. Make it stay though. Not that. Let's see what this game looks like. What? When did I break that? Yeah, it's true. Let's see what else do I want to do. Let's try an experiment real quick. Get all actors. For all local tiles, let's just make a quick static mesh. This one will be easy. For each thing in the array, get the element. Or I have to do that for each. Connected tiles. For each thing in the array, get this. Get the world space location. Spawn a static mesh actor there. Split the struct pin. Thank you for that. Rotational stay. That'll stay. Make it a grid. What do I want to make? Where's the cube? Oh, sorry. Make a static mesh actor, of course. Set static mesh. To the cube. Make sure that's the right cube. Oh, engine meshes. No. No, not that cube. Wrong cube. Why does the engine have cubes in it? Cube with 2 textures. Bam. Set material. Where's my matte brown? Grab my grid manager. Okay, so now this utility is just going to create a box wherever there already are boxes, so that when the levels are unloaded, you just don't have the ghostly tops going on here. Did that do anything? Doesn't feel like that did anything. Oh fuck yeah, I gotta do it per Z height. just want to do it for every static mesh. Okay. I had to delete the part where I actually make the stack mesh. Oh, there it is. Draw static. Draw all grid gameplay boxes. Actually, no, that's not what I need. Well, Z height is less than, I don't know, let's go up to like 50. Actually, I don't have a delay here. I can actually use a while loop. Do this. Should say before I did that, that was high risk. Also, I did absolutely nothing, so I guess we're fine. Oh shit, sorry, I haven't been reading the chat. I don't know if I want to use a lamp. I actually kind of hate it. I made it at one point and I just hate it. I want you to step on something and it lowers you or raises you to the next level and then it's there. And I don't know what it is yet. And I have some different ideas that might tie into the narrative a bit, but I haven't really figured it out yet. I need to figure out what that is. I've just been using the lamp now because it's whatever. You like the lamp? I initially did it because I thought I wanted something that would look like a symbol. And when you hit it, it makes like a symbol crash to indicate that you've just auto-saved and you're moving to the next little bit. I might still go with the lamp, I don't know. That particular lamp I think could be much more improved. I was trying to make something that fit the style and also looked like a symbol, and I also didn't want to rat hole in the art yet, because I haven't made most of the game. You think it's jazzy? Alright, maybe I'll push more on the lamp. Oh, I'll think about it. Sounds like I might have an audio person too, maybe, I don't know. So I kind of want to, as soon as you bring someone on, you want to immediately, I'm going to hit him with all my creative ideas and make him make a bunch of decisions. Right, so I'm not sure this is doing anything at all. What's up with that? Let's print. Since I can't step through this or anything. Let's print hello. I wish I could step through Blutilities. That would be like one of the first things I would ask for. It does print hello. Okay, so we got that going. Printing hello accomplished. So you are technically executing. Z height should start at 0. Okay. There should be no reason to clear that. I think. Oh wait, yes there is. Get everything here until times 0, huh? Well, that's not correct at all. I see. Okay. Did I go forward or backwards? Guess I could go... How do I do it here? Right. Okay. Could just do the same thing. Okay, that didn't do anything. I was excited for a second there. I was like, maybe it did. God damn it. Edit. Blueprint. Okay, so that still did nothing. So, clear everything here. Z height starts at 0. Get Mm-hmm. I feel like that's correct. For HID. Actually, wait, why am I doing that? Shit. Just get, like... Get everything from 0 to fucking... Let's see. Calculator. Let's see, I think... Yeah, so it'll be like 1,000 for each grid height, so 50,000. So just go from 0 to 50,000. I don't need this while loop either. From 0 to 50 to return if it has a static mesh. If it does, get this for each of these. Don't even have to do that really. Way overcomplicating this. Loop through all these indices. Find if it has a static mesh. If it does, find... Yeah, okay. Find the location vector. Spawn a static mesh actor. Set it to be a cube. Give it these two materials. Much simpler. Alright, good. That at least did something. Yeah, it made a bunch of weird shit, but... I don't want you to poke through the other meshes, so... let's just scale you down a smidge. No, don't do that. That's... Yeah, that's dumb. Move down a smidge. And be something less dark. There. I don't know what that was about, so we're gonna do that. Those files are just gonna be dirty, and that's just life. So, oh shit, what happened? Where did this level go? Oh, that was weird. Would it be hidden and shown again in order to show up? Cool. Alright, whatever. What happened to all those boxes? That's true. Actually, it's crap. That's curious. Okay, wildly underestimated the size of this array. It needs to go up to like 200,000. Is that the problem? Nope, you're still just not. Oh, there you go. Just need to be run again. Yeah, that was the problem. I need to set them all to not cast shadow as well. just do that. Take all status actors. Select actors. Shadow. False. All right. It's technically working, even if it's hideous. Secret Thursday stream. Oh yeah, it's Thursday shit. Hey Mittens, what's up? I think I'm gonna head out, guys. This is a lot longer than I expected already. I didn't mean to get this deep into this. I just wanted to mess around with Blutilities. Yeah, we'll worry about draw calls later. I'm sorry, Mittens. Later, guys. Good night. I'm glad you guys had fun. And I'll see you when I'm back from vacation in like a week, so I won't be here for my usual Monday stream. And I'm gonna figure out why that's beeping at me. Alright. Cool. Thanks for hanging out, everybody.